This is just a little piece of magician porn. What's magician porn? It's something that you do that you just practice, but you'll never do it for an actual person. You just sit there comfortably and just perform this for yourself, do the little move, and then go, ooh, ah, maybe put it on Instagram, put it to some sort of retro beat. Get those sweet, sweet likes from other magicians going, wow, oh my God, nice. But you wouldn't show it to a muggle. You wouldn't want to show it to the disgusting people that take showers and have meaningful relationships with members of the same or opposite sex. It's 2022, so I have to specify that now. And all it is a simple demonstration of technology in playing cards. That's all it is. I don't know if you're aware of this, sir, but these playing cards are essentially mood rings. I don't know if you had these in the 90s, but based on your mood, if you just hold the cards like this, well, the cards actually change to your mood. And right now, I'm very angry because I just drove through traffic. So the card's going to change to red. We'll do it again, but this time you pick the ace. You pick whatever ace you want. Oh, this one right here. See, all I got to do is grab it. All I got to do is just hold on to it like this. Remember that person that cut you off and flicked you off? Ah, there you go. And the card turns red because of the technology in these cards. It's kind of impressive what they've done. We'll do it one more time. Let's see if I could just hold it like this. Yeah, okay. And finally, we get another change. Now, the last one I'll show you in real time. How's that? I'll show you this last one in real time so you could actually see the moment where the card changes. Let me think of something. Maybe, oh, that person that almost backed up into me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. That does the trick. And you could try this with playing cards at home. Just grab a deck of playing cards, make sure they're blue, and just squeeze onto them and see what happens. Don't try that. Don't. You're going to ruin your cards because you're going to hold on to them. Obviously, you have hyperhidrosis, so your hands are going to be clammy and sweaty, and you're going to ruin your playing cards with your sweat. Join the PigCake Magic Academy. The link is in the description section below. Especially this Christmas, you want to give yourself a gift. Give yourself the gift of magic knowledge. Look at it. 1,200 videos available to you the moment you sign up. Beginner tutorials all the way to advanced level stuff. You get all of it on the PigCake Magic Academy. You are missing out, right? The tiers are designed to maximize the efficiency in what it is that you want. You want some mentalism? Join the mentalism tier. You want some card and coin stuff? Join the card and coin stuff tier. You want to have a little bit more advanced stuff? You maybe want your boy to help you out? Join the higher tiers. It's all there, designed perfectly for your benefit. So might as well join it. Might as well check it out, right? You want some knowledge of magic? Well, guess what? There's no better place than the PigCake Magic Academy. So what you need for this is a carpet you bought on Amazon and you're using in your video so you could use it as a write-off. That's the first thing. And the second thing you need is a stack of playing cards. Now here I have a blue 3 of spades. It doesn't matter because you never see it. Technically, this could be an ace. You could use an ace, but you're not going to see it, so it doesn't matter. And we have 4 red back aces. Now this goes in the back and you're going to be good to go. So the first move I did is known as the Orion Count by Reed McClintock. This is a wonderful move. I suggest looking up his works. He has a wonderful tape on coin magic called Coin Patriot, which was very difficult but very rewarding once you actually get the stuff down. And this is one of his moves with card stuff. And it's known as a display because you are displaying the cards. It's similar to a frustration count, which is a very similar way of showing the cards to be all blue. And all I'm doing is I'm showing the back, turning the card over, and taking off the top card. Showing the back, turning the card over, and taking off the top card. And doing the exact same thing until I'm left holding 2 cards. Let me see if I can do a double. It's a little bit more difficult with these cards because this one, if you've heard it, it's a plastic card. And these aren't plastic. So I'm working extra hard for you guys here. Now that move, the Orion Count, you could find by looking up Reed McClintock's work, but you can kind of see what's going on. I learned it from just watching a move over and over again and just doing it until I got it. Now here, you're not initially going, look at all the blue backs. Look at all the blue backs. You're not doing that. You're just going, I don't know if you're aware of these, but these cards have new technology that allow them to do things that you might not think possible. That actually look like magic. Magicians take advantage of this and tell you it's magic. No, it's the printing. I'm not saying, hey, look, they're blue. I'm saying, look, the technology behind the cards are interesting. And that way you show the fronts and the backs, supposedly, of the cards at the same time. So all I'm doing there is just showing this one, showing this one, showing this one, and showing this one. And lastly, holding onto 2 cards is 1. I felt like I needed a burp in there, but I couldn't get it out. It was like a Hollywood burp, which is when you need to burp and your body is trying to convulse to get the burp out, but nothing comes out. It's a Hollywood. Now at this point, I'm going to use my finger to buckle this card in the bottom and take my pinky break there, because instead of placing this card directly in the bottom, I'm going to place it second from the bottom. So the reason for that is because now we're going to have a nice little display where we can actually change the card to blue. So we're going to take this card, put it second from the bottom, square it up. So right now there is a red card going above it, and if you move this one, you're going to see that it's the blue card. So at this point, you're going to slide this card out, the bottom one, and you're going to talk about how the cards act like a mood ring. So all you have to do is squeeze it. Now notice what I do. I turn my hand over and use this finger to point at it. Now this is an unnatural position, but I'm going to be repeating it multiple times during the actual trick so that I can show blue without saying, oh look, it's a blue back, right? So it's a nice way of doing it as you point and get their attention to this card. But they're seeing this in the peripheral. And you go, the cards act like a mood ring. So if you think of something that makes you upset, like women driving, you could just hold on to the card and look, the card changes to red to show my anger at women driving. Here, look, we'll do it again, right? And now I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to spread these cards and have the participants select one. So they could pick any one they want. If they pick any one of these two, it's easy because you just go, look, you just hold on to it like this. Make sure that you just think of something that makes you upset, like how she decides to merge on your lane without even using proper signal technique. And look, there you go. And I'm already changing the card to a different color. And notice what I'm doing here is I'm just holding the card and just letting my hand rest naturally so they see blue again. Of course, they're seeing blue and red, so there's a nice dichotomy here. Now, if they pick the ace of spades, you're going to have to do a little bit of an alignment move. I'm just going to take both these cards and place it underneath, in jogged towards myself, which is a nice jargony way of saying just literally towards my body. Now, at this point, I'm going to use my fingers to push this ace of spades forward at the same time that I'm using my thumb to push these cards forward as well. Now what's going to happen is that if I push this ace of spades forward and push these at the same time, eventually these cards are going to stop because I'm going to hit the rest of the cards. So that's going to be a nice position because at this point I could take the ace of spades out, I could turn my hand out again, show blue because I've pushed that card out and aligned the other one with the cards underneath, and do the exact same thing. Right? Think of something that makes you upset, like when people don't stop at stop signs properly and they hit you and you have to deal with a broken ankle for the next 3 months, right? There you go. That's what did it. And this last one's super easy. All you're going to do is just take this one and slide it off in your hand. Just make sure that these are aligned and not spreading. And think of something that makes you upset, like, oh, can't wait till the next election cycle to see all the college kids posting their hot takes on the benefits of socialism. And then the card turns red. Now there are a number of ways to handle the last card. Personally, I like doing this Stuart Gordon double lift, which is a hard technique, but it allows you to show this card off relatively nicely and put you in a position that you need to be, which is ready to insert the card into the pile because that's what you're about to do. So you're going to pick up this pile, you're going to buckle the bottom card and place this card right there. So right now that card is being placed essentially between the lowermost card and the uppermost two cards. The reason for this is because I'm going to push this card in, pushing down, so that now when I push down, I could actually get a break right there. So these are going to be two cards. Now the reason for that is because you're going to push these two cards aside, and that's going to prepare you for this color change. Now the color change looks like this, right? It just looks like that card changes with a wave. But what's happening is that because of the fact that I'm holding two cards here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fingers on the bottom to just pull that card and align it with the top of the pile. That's all I'm doing. But when I do it with a wave from this angle, it just looks like the card changes. Now, a couple tips on this. Notice that the forefinger is here. The forefinger is actually what's directing that card to get squared up directly with the cards in this position. So that's what's allowing the cards to align. So I'm using all my fingers on the bottom just to maneuver that card and square it up with that packet as I'm shaking my hand. So without shaking my hand, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. However, with a nice little wave, a soft wave, it just looks like that card changes. Now with normal non-plastic cards, especially if you're using plastic cards or non-plastic cards, you're going to be able to do what's known as an Ascanio spread, right? You're going to be able to do an Ascanio spread. With a plastic card, it's a little bit difficult, but you're probably going to be a normal human and use regular playing cards. So you could do an Ascanio spread to show the fact that all the cards have turned red. If not, you're going to have to use a slightly more difficult buckle technique to be able to spread the cards off and show them like this. But it's going to be up to you how you want to show the cards and show them all to be red. Now at this point, it does benefit you to have an ace being the card that you have, because you could turn the cards up from the front and spread them and show them as normal had you been using an ace, and had you put the cards in a certain position so that at the end everything seems copacetic. To me, it's not worth it, because if you're doing this on Instagram, what's the point? You could just do one of these things that all the Instagram people do when they don't want to show you the rest of the cards and they want to have kind of like a cool, edgy ending to the video. They just bring it up to the camera and go, ooh, ooh, oh, I did it. I did a trick. Crazy. No, not really. You did a subpar trick. This is how I look like doing a tutorial, by the way. I'm on my knees. There's a bench here that I'm using just for the sake of being able to be near the light. Your boy's out here, all right? Your boy's out here. But it's a cool little trick, right? It's fun. It's popping, as the kids say. Obviously, it's a nice little way of practicing your frustration count, practicing holding these cards together while simultaneously making sure that they don't spread. That color change is nice. You could play around with it. You could do it from the front. Look at that, right? You could do it from the front. I wouldn't suggest doing that, but it's possible, right? It's a possibility. But it's a nice way of getting that card to change color in a wave. It reminds me of this thing that people do, like they were given thalidomide as a child, but with the cards like this, with the cards like that. So it's a nice way of doing it. So some advice at the end of the video, right? A house spray. House spray is good. You don't want to get the ones that make your place smell like a nursing home, because you're going to have a shoddy come in and be like, whoa, this reminds me of a nursing home. And you don't want that. You want something spicy, something cool, like this one. This is Febreze, wood, amber, oud, and cedar. I got this hot tip from my boy at Best Brands Perfume, another YouTube channel that reviews perfume. And he said that Febreze Air wood smells exactly like Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, which is a cologne that's very expensive. And when you spray this, I got to tell you, it smells like a watered down Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, which is a $250 cologne. This is like $4. $4 at Target, because Lord knows Miami prices are massively inflated. But you could use this and spray it out, and it smells kind of exotic, right? So when the shotties come over, it's not going to be a traditional air freshener smell. So they go, oh yeah, great, he just put some air freshener. This is going to make it smell like you're fucking sexy, like you're in the woods, but a sexy woods. Like there's people with six packs there. That's what this makes it smell like. It doesn't smell like an air freshener. It just smells like natural scent. Like, whoa, the natural scent of this environment is woody. And then you give her your woody. You give her the woody.
I see you again, when 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 I see